Hello everyone, good day to all, a blessed Sunday. This is Mike Padua and we're back to our latest update. This is now the final update, final coverage on Typhoon Crising, international name Wipha, for today, Sunday, July 20th, English version. If you're looking or hinahanap niyo yung Tagalog version, i-click lang niyo dito sa may description. May link po dyan, papunta sa Tagalog version. And this is brought to you by Typhoon 2000 and Naga College Foundation. And also, we would like to thank our partners, Aboitiz Power, Bank of the Philippine Islands Sustainability. If you're interested to know more about sustainability program of BPI, just click on the link here. And also the local government of Naga City, headed by our Honorable Mayor Lenny Cobvedo and our Vice Mayor Gabi Bordado. So let's begin with our update. Yesterday noontime, severe tropical storm Crising has left the Philippine Air Responsibility. And during yesterday, it has sustained winds of 95 kph. But for the past 24 hours, it rapidly grew into a Category 1 typhoon. It's now a typhoon, moving very close to Hong Kong, just offshore area of Hong Kong. And it has sustained winds right now, based on the JTWC warning as of 11 o'clock, 120 kph. So it's currently here. And gusting up to 150. Meanwhile, the Hong Kong Observatory has winds of 130 kph. And based on the forecast, it is likely to make landfall in the vicinity of Western Guangdong, near or over the city of Yangjiang, late this afternoon or early evening tonight. And tomorrow morning, it will traverse the Leju Peninsula, weakening into a 75 kph tropical storm, and it's likely to regain intensity if the warm moisture of Gulf of Tonkin will help out the circulation of this typhoon and make another or final landfall over northern Vietnam on Tuesday morning. Okay, so that's the scenario of this typhoon. It looks like it followed the track of our last or final storm track. And if we take a look at the multi-tracks of all Asian agencies, it shows here, except for Japan, it's quite lower than the actual position based on radar and satellite imagery. It's way up north of the Japan's position. And all of them agree that it will make landfall near or over Yangjiang later this afternoon or evening. And here's the latest satellite loop. And here's our latest satellite loop from easternwave.com. And you can see most of the heavy rainfall associated with this typhoon is located south of the eye wall. Here's the latest zoom in satellite animation imagery from Himawari 9, and you can see the eye wall has begun to organize with a clear, rugged or cloud-filled eye, fully developed to the south of Hong Kong. And here's the radar shot from cyclonicwx.com. You can clearly see the development of an eye. Okay. Even here at the Zoom Earth website, showing the radar loop of Typhoon Crising, Wipha. And there you go. This is the satellite loop. It shows a cloud-filled eye. This is the eye wall with heavy rainfall along the offshore areas of Hong Kong. There are some patches of heavy rainfall as well over Hong Kong area, but it's now on the northeastern side of the circulation. Here's the zoom out satellite animation from windy.com, and you can clearly see here that the storm is likely to make landfall over southern China later this afternoon. And here's the latest on another cluster of clouds to the east of the Philippines. That's why we are experiencing some monsoonal rains across Bicol Region, MiMaRoPa, and Western Visayas continuously, okay, on and off. The flow of the southwest monsoon. So this is the area that we are keeping an eye for another development of an LPA. And the European model is forecasting it as another monsoon depression, but the American model is a strong tropical storm or typhoon moving towards the east of Taiwan sometime Wednesday through Friday, July 23 to 25. So we are going to monitor that as well. And here's the latest wind forecast from the European model. You can see here the storm over Hong Kong. That's Crising. Tomorrow, Monday, it will be over Gulf of Tonkin. And on Tuesday, July 22, here's another low pressure system. It's quite a monsoon depression based on the output of the European model. And on Wednesday, it will track slowly towards the north, becoming maybe it could become a well-pledged depression, because the core of this model run is quite large. So it looks like another monsoon depression, but it could become a tropical depression and will be named by Pag-asa as DANTE once it reaches TD status, and it is likely to move towards the north. It will move towards that direction. And on Friday, it will move out of the Philippine area of responsibility. But during Monday, beginning tomorrow until Friday, we expect southwest monsoon, on and off rainfall across the western sections of Luzon, including the Bicol Region and MiMaRoPa, and some parts of western Visayas, particularly Panay. Okay, so Friday, there's another system here forming to the northeast of Guam. So there might be another cyclone after the new one that will form sometime Tuesday. By Friday, another one will form here. But the forecast is 5 days to go. So the probability remains at 50%. Okay. Meanwhile, if we take a look on the American model, it's also the same. A new cyclone will form here east of Cagayan or Batanes. And this is quite stronger than the European model. It shows here a strong severe tropical storm. Same direction towards the north, towards the southern islands of Japan. And on Friday, it's moving into the East China Sea. And there's another one here. So same with the European model. So it looks like we will be having another 1 or 2 cyclones next week. Here's the latest from DeepMind AI of Google. Also embedded is the European model. Okay, so you can see here the track of Wipha. And here's the new one. There you go, forming over the east of northern Luzon. So it looks like there might be a new one that will form Tuesday through Friday. And there's another one here northeast of Guam. Okay, so if the cluster are more concentrated, or the clusters of these DeepMind and Euro models, the probability is quite high. Now for the rain forecast, southwest monsoon will continue over the western sections of Luzon. Some light rains as well over the Bicol region because of the monsoonal flow. Monday, rainfall over the Bicol region, particularly Pasacao, Balatan, Western Albay. Will have rain rates of around 50 or more millimeters. While over the western sections of Mindoro and Luzon, it could reach 100 millimeters. Then Tuesday as well, Wednesday, Thursday. Thursday is quite heavy over the western sections of Luzon, reaching 100 to 200 millimeters in rain accumulation, 24-hour rain accumulation. So next week until Friday, we expect this on and off rainfall here in the Bicol region, and also on and off to continuous rainfall over the western sections of Luzon. So please take all necessary precautions for possible flooding in flood-prone areas and landslide-prone areas as well. So watch out for those falling rocks over Cannon Road, Benguet. So avoid passing over those highways. For the wave forecast, large waves here of 3 to 4 meters over the East and West Philippine Sea. And on Monday, it will just be concentrated over the West Philippine Sea because of the southwest monsoon. Tuesday, Wednesday, until Friday, we could see here increasing wave heights over the east of northern Luzon and east of Batanes up to 4 meters because of the newly formed potential tropical depression or tropical storm that will be named by Pag-asa, DANTE, and southwest monsoon here up to 3 meters over the West Philippine Sea as well. So it's gonna be another week of on and off rainfall across the western sections of our country. So that ends our update. We will be back most likely tomorrow, Monday or Tuesday. Depends on the formation of those weather systems. But I'll try to bring you the very latest on the new LPA that is set to form east of northern Luzon. From Typhoon 2000, this is Mike Padua again. Have a blessed Sunday. Stay safe always. And thank you so much for watching our channel. God bless to all.